At this juncture, I would like to invite
the chairman of Nabaka Land Holding Cooperative, Mr. J. Ram, the board of directors, members of the Nabaka Land Holding Cooperative Limited, members of the Nabaka community, ladies and gentlemen, Mayo Beno. Today marks a special day for the Nabaka Land Holding Cooperative. We're actually here today because of you. And you've shown your ability to step out of your comfort zone and think big, to pursue your dreams, and you've taken the leap, which basically simply required some additional support. And your government is happy to be here today to assist you in realizing your full potential, in your resilience, and your perseverance and your continued hard work, backed by a very strong partnership within your cooperative, will take you a step closer to the collective vision of your cooperative. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fijian constitution actually promotes the right to economic participation. This means that you have the right to decent work, and you have the right to resources to earn a living. And that's why we're actually here today. We're here today to give you 23 rotavator machines and 22 water pumps. And this, ladies and gentlemen, will be your resources. One of the benefits that we know of cooperatives is that it allows you to pool your resources together for the benefit of members. The founding members of the Nabaka Land Holding Cooperative 50 years ago had the foresight to purchase this land, to gain economic benefit for the members. So having set a strong foundation, you are now embarking on the next phase of economic development through mechanization and through modernization of your farms. Ladies and gentlemen, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Don't let them deviate you from your plans. As a strong collective, and I can see that it's a very strong collective, you need to continue working hard to realize all your goals. Not just for today, but for your children and for the future generations to come. As you can see, it's now 50 years, and you are actually the future generation of the 50 years ago, or 50 years ago that actually started this. Because just as your founding members sat around 50 years ago, you are also now setting an even stronger foundation. And that is why the Fijian government has made it a priority to actually provide targeted support, especially to those at the grassroots level. Please remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a handout. Not by any means. This is not a handout. We are here to hand over. We're not here to hand over the equipment and just leave. This is an investment, and we're making as your government because we know that you need it the most right now. It's actually quite simple. We're helping you grow, because when you grow, your communities grow, your towns grow, your cities grow, and our economy grows. There is a big picture to all of this. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest reasons for today is actually your partnership. We're glad to have partnered with the Nabaka Land Holding Cooperative on a 1/3, 2/3 funding basis. Through the Integrated Human Resources Development Program, the ministry actually contributed 2/3 to the equipment valued at over $25,000, with more than $12,000 coming from the cooperative. That, ladies and gentlemen, is actually a phenomenal example of what we call solidarity, which is also one of the core values of cooperatives. Again, this is all due to the vision of your founder members. I also want to thank you, all of you, ladies and gentlemen, for being vaccinated. And by getting vaccinated, you've become part of the 90% of Fijians who made it possible for us to open our international borders, to remove curfews, open up businesses, and actually send our children back to school. We cannot, ladies and gentlemen, take this for granted. As we try and reboot the economy, our recovery efforts must be expedited. With the tourists actually coming back, the demand for food will increase. And as the salad bowl of Fiji, you have the opportunity to supply to the hotels, the restaurants, and the local market, which you haven't been able to do so for the last 2 odd years. But please remember, you need to be consistent. You must maintain the quality and the standards of your produce, which you have done till today. We want to ask you to think commercially and behave like a business, and we will support you. We have a dedicated MSME Fiji team who can provide business-related training and also guidance. And I have the director here with me, Faiyaz, and his team today, who you can actually speak to. And I encourage you all to please have a chat with them today before we leave. Ladies and gentlemen, with these farming and assistance to cooperatives, we hope to actually see an increase in production of vegetables and also in consistent supply. We would also like you to diversify into other agri-produce. This is an example, ladies and gentlemen. I've just returned from Australia, from Brisbane, where I met manufacturers, including those people who manufacture ginger products. Fijian ginger has a very strong demand in Australia and worldwide. And there is a huge potential for you and for us to actually get into that market. And there is a lot of support and a lot of demand from the buyers in Australia. We've got, with the commercial export of kava to Australia now open, there is a huge potential in that market. Even now turmeric, which is extremely powerful, is making inroads in the international market. We have a tremendous amount of pathways that as a ministry we have cleared into different nations, but those pathways are still lying there dormant and they still haven't been used. So all you need to do as a cooperative is get in touch with the ministry to say what pathways are cleared to go where, and you may be able to produce even more than you do now. We really need to take advantage of that. Our range of Fijian-made products has also significant potential for the niche and the high-end markets around the world. I encourage you, ladies and gentlemen, to join our national brand, the Fijian Made by Fijian, by applying for the Fijian Grown or Fijian Made logos. This will give you recognition and add value to your produce. As I said earlier, ladies and gentlemen, you need to think commercially, and maybe one day Nabaka Land Holding Cooperative can set up its own processing plant right here by processing the farm produce. And you're adding value, and that means more income. But you must work collectively for the greater good, as you have done so till now. Continue to work and look after your equipment, because the equipment belongs to the cooperative. And if for some reason the water pump is not working, fix it. If the rotavators need servicing, service it. This is simple, but it yet such an important discipline that you must always maintain. Before I take my seat, ladies and gentlemen, you must have all heard this by now because we've said it a considerable amount of time, that the ministry and the Fijian government is here to support you. You will know that there's a large amount of reliance that we had placed on the tourism industry. It's about 30 to 40% of our GDP. And as mentioned earlier by the earlier speaker, that one day he's looking forward to agriculture taking over everything. There is a big emphasis from government to diversify so that we don't have to place such a large reliance on one sector of the economy. And agriculture is waiting to be explored even more so than we have already. And I encourage you to look at many other different things that you can actually do or plant or grow and export, and not just for our local thing, so that we can diversify and turn agriculture into one of the largest sectors of our economy. As I said, ladies and gentlemen, the Fijian government and the ministry is here to support you. If you need training or you need an advisory of some sort, reach out to us and we will come. The team will come. We have an office that's based in Singatoka. Feel free to visit it. Please make sure you take advantage of my staff being here today. Any questions that you may have, they will be ready to answer. And of course, I will be here also. So with those few words, ladies and gentlemen, I want to congratulate the Nabaka Cooperative. I want to wish you all the best in the future. And hopefully in the years to come, I'll be back here one day to open up your processing plant. Nawalebu, thank you very much, Dhanbad.